fans, do you want to win your share of $100,000? Simply enter the houseofboxing.com Fight Night Prediction Challenge. Compete with boxing fans around the world. Simply head over to houseofboxing.com and sign up now.
Matt Lenihan, Boxing Social, in association with Empire Fight Store, houseofboxing.com. Been joined by Jack Catterall. Jack, before we get on to you, let's talk about Cameron Vuong. We've just seen him go against, I would say, one of the most awkward, unorthodox opponents you can do in his second professional fight, coming in Newcastle. What did you make of that? I thought he handled it quite well.
Yeah, a real good fight for Cameron, that. There's a lot of opponents that have turned the fight down, so it was hard to get him matched. It's his second fight back in his hometown, but I think he adapted really well. I think the first couple of rounds, and I said it before, when he's been sparring fighters at such a high level, you get somebody like, is it Muscolo, that's so unorthodox, swinging wild punches, and only in his second fight, so he took the instructions well in the corner from Jamie, and he managed to adapt and bring it back. And I thought he put on a really clinical performance.
I think he showed quite a high level of maturity, because I know a lot of fighters that could have lost their head in there, because he was like taunting like the whole fight and doing nothing almost kind of thing. He caught Cameron with a couple of shots here and there, but yeah, good level of maturity for someone at such a young age.
Yeah, for me it was about him taking the instruction in the corner. A lot of fighters, sometimes it can go over their head, and he listened to what Jamie and Nigel said. He took it on board, he went out there and he took control of the fight. I think he was, in the second half of the fight, definitely, I think he looked really good. He was showing great combinations, went through the gears, catching with great punches. A kid that's never been stopped, who caused a lot of problems for other people.
100%. Well, he's going to roll on now, and I believe he's going to be out in a few weeks, but I'm not sure we can say that yet. Let's come on to you. Comfortable victory over Jorge Linares, cementing yourself, at that level. Where are we at? I know you've been having talks and stuff like that, but is there anything you can sort of shed light on, and how quickly we're going to be able to see you back out? There's some big fights in the offing, depending on what happens in certain fights, and obviously Josh Taylor. So tell us, can you give us some form of an update?
You know what? I'll be back out early first quarter next year. I'm back in the gym already. And like I've told Sam Jones and Eddie Hearn, I'm ready for these big fights. I want these big fights. I think they're going to be the fights that bring the best out of me. Haney-Prograis, December the 9th. I'll be at that fight. I want the winner. Josh Taylor, he's gone pretty quiet, but love to smash him again.
Do you have a preference? Because everyone's dream, like when you talk to a lot of these young kids on this card, say, I want to be a world champion. You obviously had that moment against Josh where decision didn't go your way. So what's more important to you, a Josh Taylor fight or the winner of Haney-Prograis? Because that will get you that dream of becoming world champion. And on the other hand, you've obviously got Josh there, which is that it's a money fight and it's a grudge to settle. Yeah,
of course, the fight between me and Josh, it still gets talked about almost every time I'm at, anywhere really, it gets mentioned all the time. It's a fight that's generated the interest of the public, so of course I want to fight him again and I want to put it to bed. I want to put Josh to bed and put the whole situation to bed and finish him. But on the flip side, I want to be world champion. Of course I do. That moment got stolen, been and gone now, so it's time to come and get it back.
In your heart of hearts, what do you think's next? You think it'll be the winner of that, or you think has Taylor had an open line of communication with you to discuss a possible fight?
He's always popping up on Twitter when he's had a drink. I couldn't tell you. You know what? I've left it with Sam. I've left it with Eddie. If he wants to fight, let's get it on. I'll smash him in. If not, it's a challenge for these world titles.
In terms of obviously Regis Prograis, Devin Haney, it's a terrific fight. Clash of styles, bit of needle in there as well. Who do you think wins that fight, and how do you see it going?
Yeah, great fight. I keep changing my mind. I think with Devin's, I think the step up in weight could be good for Devin. He looks quite like a big lightweight. Regis again punches very hard for 140, so it'll be an interesting fight. But I'm slightly favouring Haney in his boxing ability, and yeah, that's how I think it'll go.
Who would you want? Have you got a preference on who you'd like to fight? When you look at them both and go, I'd love that fight. Haney's achieved such a lot. Some big names on his resume, obviously Vasily Lomachenko, George Kambosos twice. But then obviously opposite corner, Regis Prograis had one hell of a career. A few people thought he'd beat Josh as well in a really good close fight. Who would you want if you had the pick?
No preference. I love both of them fights, both big fights for me. Whoever's got the world title and whoever's got the world title.
how satisfied with you with this sort of part of your career are you now? Because it must have been very frustrating. You were very inactive. You obviously promotional things happening in the background, but now you've obviously got that backing now. Sam Jones, Matchroom. You're getting out there. You obviously got to headline your own show. Are you sort of a bit at peace now with your career? Because you went through a bit of a bad patch, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. I'm always hungry for more. I've been through them frustrating times. I'm comfortable in where I'm at now with Matchroom, with Sam, with my training team. So I feel like everything's in the right place. But it's down to me now to go out there and keep working hard and deliver on these fight nights.
100%. Well, look, we're looking forward to seeing you back in the ring. Terrific performance over Jorge Linares, and whatever's next, I'm sure it'll be big. So look, Jack, appreciate talking to Boxing Social. We'll catch you when you got some more news.
Perfect. Thank you very much for having me.